Hi there, flower friends. It's Carrie here at Flowers for Dreams. Welcome to another DIY floral video here at our studio. We've got almost my favorite time of year when we're gonna start having our local summer varieties in. So I'm really excited about that. We probably will have a sneak peek of a few, kind of in that cusp of spring into summer when we'll be moving into our summer flowers soon, but we're still getting some of those end of spring varieties. This week we've got some pretty purples. My favorite from this week is the Liatris. Looks like this. It's got this beautiful cluster of purple spikes. This one's gonna open up in a couple of days. It almost looks like a beautiful roadside wildflower. It's got such a unique shape, and we see it a lot in the summertime. So I love when we can get purple Liatris, and it's just so saturated and beautiful. We have some dark purple Carnations. This is kind of a moodier palette this week, which is fun. For our foliage, we have green Pittosporum, gorgeous, and then some Alstroemeria. And the color may vary on these. I actually don't know. I think this is a green Shakira Alstroemeria, but yours may vary just a little bit when you receive your flowers, but you'll design with them the same way. I am starting in our mason jar, classic, easy, nice wide opening, but this would definitely be suited to a slightly smaller vase if you want to play around with something different. We've got our green pit. There's a couple different types of Pittosporum. There's the Italian Pittosporum, which is a little bit variegated. It's a little bit more energetic. This is a beautiful green with some teardrop shapes. And a lot of times it'll grow with kind of this central peak. I want to try to preserve this little tassel here, so I'm going to go in and just trim off my top branches. You could just strip, but I want to see if I can challenge myself to use the entire branch this week. So I do have this piece that's going to be at the bottom of your branch. It'll probably have, once you trim it off, it'll have that little cluster. I like to put this as low as possible so that you don't really see that. We don't want to highlight that little guy. But let's fill out our vase a little bit. Always want to beware of stems that are too short. No short stems, because they will run out of water if you forget to fill them. So nice, easy green up with our Pittosporum. Fill out the vase. You're gonna want to change the water on these. Pittosporum does have this sort of like, you can probably smell it. It's got a little bit of a gassy smell to it. So change the water extra often. Next we'll add our Liatris. I'll usually strip off some of the lower part of it so it's not below the water line. And you could do kind of a up and down. Let's tilt this up so you can see just a little bit more as I add some height to my arrangement. I'm going to do a couple different levels. So we'll probably do some short pieces in here. Really trying to create something a little bit different. Because I think I love loose, wild, and organic, but let's try a little bit something more modern this week. So as I add my stems, they're all going to support each other. I'm hoping I can kind of get them to stand up straight with a couple different fun levels. Let's do our Alstroemeria Peruvian lily next. Peel off the leaves. I like to peel back that lower spray. So definitely everything from here. And then I usually do this spot right here. And then I'll kind of add a nice cluster at the base. With my arrangement. You could even feather a couple in up here. A bit taller. Don't forget to check out the back. Spin your design around. Check out every side. Make sure there's a little interest on every side. I'm missing one Liatris. This will open up in just a couple days. Those pretty green trumpets will become even more bright and beautiful. Next, we've got our carnations. I think I'll try a nice straight up and down. Here's what the top looks like. It's getting a little tall, but I like playing with these fun, very varying levels. And then one more back here. All right, there we have it. Something a little different, a little more modern with some straight up and down stems. These Shakira Alstroemeria will open up in just a couple days. We'll have this nice full base with kind of a ponytail up at the top. Thanks everybody for joining, and I'll see you next week.